Alright, so I am on Python and not Python, jeez. Okay, well, I'm doing a tutorial on Python and um, I was want to show how you can access dictionaries inside other dictionaries, so you could have like multiple layers of like dictionaries and lists together. So for this example, I've done an individual's dictionary. The key is going to be the individual name. Then the value will be another dictionary, which is going to have the event name and then the score. So basically, this is how I'd run. So add an individual. So I'll just want to write name, event, and 5 or 2. Okay, why not? Okay, so it prints out name got 2 in event, and then it says name got in event 2. Okay, so this is pretty much how it would look like. So I want to basically redo this but explaining as I go. So first off, we want to start off with declaring the variable of the dictionary name. So for this tutorial, I'm just going to do dict. Okay, so that's our dict created. Now I like to create functions. It's just easier, especially to loop. You can just loop around a million times. So we're gonna do main. We're gonna call it as well. Okay, now we're gonna indent and we're gonna do add an individual. Once I'm done, add an individual. So I'm gonna create an individual. No, we're gonna create an individual name variable using the input and enter a name for an individual. Okay, so that's that done. So as you're running right now, it's going to ask for a name. Hello. It doesn't really matter what you type in there, to be honest. So it just ends right there. So um, right now we are doing everything in one function. So next thing we're going to ask is event. So individual event equals input, enter a name for an event. um, Pretty simple. Basically just do the same thing, so I'm not gonna launch it. Now for the score, since I'm using a number, I'm gonna be doing a function over here, so score or scores. Okay, we're gonna create a temp variable for, okay, integer input, enter a score for in. Okay, so I'm gonna format there. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna format. I'm gonna do individual name and individual event. Okay, so I'll do score equals scores. And we're gonna do return temp. Okay, so if you run it right now, we actually won't see anything, to be honest. So I'm gonna do print. So copy this a few times. Okay, so I'm gonna do individual name, individual event, and score. Okay, we can actually make sure that all the caps lock and everything is the same. Okay, so now if I run the program, I'm gonna delete this one first. Okay, so I run the program. I'm gonna write name, event, and then a score. So 23. Why not? So it's gonna print out name, which is this line over here. Then it's gonna print out the event, which is event. I just wrote it, and then the score is 23. So we've got all the variables. Now for a bit of validation, since I do think that's important, you would want to do over here. So um, since this is an integer input, I'm going to do a try statement. and then accept value error, and it says print please enter a number. Because at the moment, if I did do it without I can't even show you at this point. If I did do it without the try and then accept value error, the program would just crash if I put a letter instead of a number. So this would detect it and write this print basically, and then I'll reload this function and loop it back in aux again until the person gives a valid answer, to be honest. Let's keep this over here. So that's that function done. um Actually, I'm gonna do that over here. Yeah, so now if we do it again, hopefully everything's working. So name, event, and 23. Okay, so everything's working fine. Now we can take all these prints out because they were all just temporary, just to test if everything is working. Now is the actual point of adding to the dict. Okay, so we're gonna start off with our dict dict name that we just declared before. Square brackets for the key, so the key goes here. So basics is just so here's a little here. So to adding to a dict, you would do something along the lines of dict name, then square brackets key name, and then value name. Okay, so using that, okay, we're gonna do the key name. It's going to be the individual name, so we're gonna write individual name. Okay, so that's the key done. And then instead of the value being just a value or a string or an integer or whatever, we're gonna create it as another dictionary. So it's gonna be a dictionary in a dictionary. Okay, and inside this we're gonna pretty much do the same thing. So the key is on the left side, the value is on the right side. So we're gonna do the event as the key. So individual event, and then scores. Make sure to do the variable. This one. Okay, hopefully if this does work, we're gonna actually print out the dictionary as well, just so we can test. So if name, event, and 23, so it prints out the dictionary. It does work. So the first dictionary, you can see by the brackets, you can see what's what. You can see that the name is this basically, and then is the key for the first dictionary, and then inside there's another dictionary, and it has the event and then the score. So that's basically how you do it. Now if you wanted to do like some sort of validation or something, so like I don't know, check if some value is there, or no, how to check a specific user's score for an event. So um, assuming that the person can only have one event, we're gonna do something along the lines of we're gonna add temp. No, we're gonna use the same variables because why not? So individuals equals input, enter a name for an individual. Okay, actually we don't need to do this. This is just for tutorial's sake. So if we just wanted to print out the score, so we're gonna do temp. Okay, so temp equals nope, I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so temp. Okay, so temp. How do you get the score from this dictionary? So we can actually use if we launch the program again, we can do. Okay, wait, that's not going to work right now. So here, so name, event, and 23. So we can do temp equals. So first things first, we're gonna have to go for the name. So if there are loads of names in the thing, you'd want to do some for loop and validation, so like if statement or whatever. But for this sake, we're just gonna do so we're gonna start off with the dict name. Obviously, you have to start off with that. Then square brackets and then the key. So what key are we looking for? Name. So it's gonna be a string. So name. Then we're gonna do square brackets again since there's another dictionary, and we're gonna find the key for that. So that's event. Okay. this obviously changes around, so you're gonna have to loop around and stuff like that. So hopefully a number should print out. So name, event, and 23. So 23 does print out. Now if we did write something else, we restart the program, name, event, and then 43, so 43 prints out, which is perfect. Okay, so that's how you basically go through a dictionary. Now you could even do a whole other thing where you have a list in a dictionary. It will be somewhat different but somewhat same. So if I were to delete all of that and start again, pretty much, we're just gonna do name equals name. Okay, um, event, no, so we're gonna do event, okay, equals that, running, sure, why not. Okay, then we're gonna declare the variable of names. Okay, so names is gonna be a list of all the people that are in that event. So player 1 and player 4. Alright, so this is our list, this is our event. Now if you wanted to add it to the dict thing, so we're gonna first put out a print of dict so we can actually see. You would first want to do dict square brackets. The key is gonna be the event, so event. Then the value will be the list, so we're gonna do a list. Now if you want to append like to this list, all the people from this list, then I mean you could just do names, to be honest. Okay, but if you just wanted to append like one person, for example, okay, so only player 3. So if you run this program right now, okay, just for, okay, we can't, can we not? Let's see what's going on. What's going on? Hold, I want to see what's going on. Why is nothing printing? Hello, you see that works? Nope, no, nothing works. Oh, it's because the whole thing is not being called. Okay, my bad. That was just my bad. Okay, so now it prints out running, and then there's a list and that has all these players. Okay, but for example, if I wanted only player 3 in to be appended to this, you would do something along the lines of this. Okay, so you would just create the key, okay, into the thing. So then that would just make a empty list inside. Then you would loop the names list. So for name in names, if name equals say player 3, okay, then dict event and then dot append and then name. Let's see if this works now. This should only print out player 3 basically. Yep, there we go. So player 3 is in it. Now elif name equals player 4. Okay, so if we want to add player 4 as well, we would do the same thing over there, and now there should be 2 people. There we go. Now if we wanted to remove someone from this list, so we're gonna actually print out over here, and then after it prints out, we're gonna remove someone. So removing someone from the list. So we're gonna do, obviously, who we're gonna ask the user, who do we want to remove from this dictionary. So the user could reply with anyone, but for this example I will just do a variable. So name, oh yeah, name equals player 3. Okay, make sure it's a string. So this is the actual code to remove. So you do dict, it's basically the same thing as this. Okay, you just copy paste just like I did, and you remove. Okay, so event will still stay the same, so we're gonna keep the event. We're gonna actually just copy paste just for here. Okay, so name, we're just going to change the variable. and we're going to print out the dictionary again. So there we go. So it prints out first with player 3, player 4, then it removes it, and then it prints out again, and there's no player 3. Okay, which is very good. And I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and peace. And if you need any more help with Python, feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you need help with. I can maybe figure out in my own time how I could help you. And next video I will be going into data storage. So how can I save a dictionary or values or from a list or whatever to file and import it back into the program when it starts it again. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you again later.